Quiet quitting is getting out of hand. Is it a bad thing? Is it? All right, we gonna see.
Yeah, that's right. People are quiet quitting. They're just going to their jobs and then just doing the job from 9 to 5. And then hold up. That's just working. That's work. You realize that's work.
Hey, those days of doing a lot of extra work outside of work is over with. I work from 9, I work from 5. After that, if it's not overtime, I'm done. I'm not doing it. Don't call me.
You don't have to do the more. It's work. People in this country are so obsessed with work. Guys, your job is just the place you go to avoid seeing your family, all right? It doesn't need to be the most important part of your existence. If your job is from 9 to 5, that means the work messages should stop at 5 too. Yeah, that's right. Any message you get after 5 is basically a booty call.
Listen, if I work from 9 to 5 and you try to call me after 5 o'clock, you try to call me at 5:30, 5:10, actually 5:02. It don't matter. I'm not answering that phone. That's the amazing thing about today technology is that do not disturb button. Listen, if you call me, I don't care how many times. Once I put that work number on do not disturb, you would not be able to contact me. Now, back in the day, you know, people used to take their lives home. They get home. Hey, I'm sorry, honey. I just got a call from my boss. I got to head back into work. No, sir. That day does not exist anymore. I promise you, unless you're like a lawyer or a doctor or something like that, that day of, hey, they're calling me to come in on my day off. Hey, they're calling me to come in at 7 o'clock. No, those days are over with. I could promise you those days are over with, especially with quiet quitting. We're going to do our job from 9 to 5 and we're going to do it doggone good. We're going to do it well, right? But once we're off, we're not bringing back work home with us. That can mess up your relationship. Bringing work home can mess up your relationship. That can mess up your life outside of work. You have to have a life outside of work. You have to have hobbies, something that you enjoy to do. And if you're always thinking about work, or if I'm going to get called in, or when do I need to finish this report at work or anything like that, no, listen, you work from 9 to 5. If they want you to do something extra, hey, I see you finished up early. Can you go ahead and work on this extra project that I'm going to give you and help Bob out with it? Well, are you going to pay me to help Bob out on this project? If you're not going to pay me and that's not inside of my job description, I'm not going to do it. So I'm literally only doing my job unless you pay me. If you're not going to pay me, I'm not going to do it. And that is right quitting. I absolutely love it, because you do not want to have work be the main circle of your life. Unless you just absolutely love work. If you absolutely love work, I understand, because I like shooting videos. But once this camera go off, I go outside and I enjoy, you know what I'm saying, a little golf, have a little drink. But I do not let work control me, especially calling me after hours to come do something. That's not going to happen.
If your boss texts you at like 7:45 to see if you filed an expense report, it should start with, hey, you up? Bottom line, you need to establish a work-life balance. So remember, if you hate your job, make sure you also hate your life. Right? No, that doesn't work.
I recently learned about this term called quiet quitting, where you're not outright quitting your job, but you're quitting the idea of going above and beyond. You're still performing your...
See, that's the same. That's what I said. You don't have to go above and beyond. Just doing your job is right. Because guess what? If I'm doing my job, how I'm supposed to do my job, and I'm making $19.50 an hour, and the person to the right of me is going over and beyond, still making $19.15 an hour, he just did more. Listen, he just did more work than me for the same price. Now, when it comes to like promotions and want to have vertical movement within a company, I talked about that in the other video. You don't have to worry about vertical movement in a company. Just apply for another job. If you apply for another job every 2.5 years, every 3 years, and ask for a raise every time that you're going to a different job or different positions, you're still going to get that same amount. You're still going to get more in a raise than you would just outperforming the guy next to you to go vertical. Unless you're trying to be a CEO of a company or that kind of vertical movement, a lot of people are just doing what they're supposed to do, when they're supposed to do it, how they're supposed to do it. All that over and beyond stuff, nah.
Duties, but you're no longer subscribing to the hustle culture mentality that work has to be your life. The reality is it's not, and your worth as a person is not defined by your labor.
Same thing. Listen, your work do not define who you are.
There's a lot of discussion about quiet quitting. Well, quiet quitting as a concept is not very new. We used to just call it engagement or disengagement. It's when people just disengage from their jobs. The thing that I think is funny about quiet quitting is a term that management uses to describe that their people, their staffs are disengaging from their work. They're quiet quitting. However, when management talks about how they're disengaging, they talk about finding work-life balance. So I think, if we're less judgy about it, it's about everybody struggling to find that balance between their personal lives, who they want to be, what they want to do, and their work. And it's hard. And I would prefer that instead of people disengaging, they have difficult conversations. Say, hey, I'm really struggling to find the balance of work, and I don't want to just disengage. I don't want to be one of the quiet quitters. I want to find out how I can do this and feel good about myself, and you can still feel good about me.
Hey, so I like that. To the workers, it's called quiet quitting. But to everyone else, that's the management that's calling you after hours, right? That's calling you after hours. To them, when they quiet quit or need to find a work-life balance, it is called finding a work-life balance, where they have to balance their life and balance their work at the same time. So where now they're not bringing work home to influence their life and their experience and things that they like to do. So, to the workers, it's quiet quitting. To management, when they do it, when they take a step back and say, hey, I'm taking this weekend off, boss. Don't call me this weekend. I'm going to be with the wife, going to be with the kids. It's called work-life balance, right? It's called work-life balance now, other than quiet quitting. So it's been around for a while. Management been doing it for a while. So if you want to call it work-life balance, cool. If you want to call it quiet quitting, cool. So it really depends on the level of position you are within a company, on whether you have work-life balance or if you're quiet quitting. I love that, man.
Yet another workplace buzzword, resenteeism. It's when
Okay, I haven't heard that one. Resenteeism. Okay, has employees working less hard because they hate their jobs? I don't think they hate their jobs. I just think that the world is so much more fun, is that we go to work to make money. We don't hate it. We don't hate going to work, but we are in a rush and a quick to get outside to have more fun. So a lot of people do hate their jobs. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of people hate their jobs. It's like, dang, I literally have to work this job. It pays a decent amount. I hate it, but it supports the lifestyle I want to live, to enjoy. So, it goes both ways.
people hate their jobs so much, they work less hard. They're not as productive because all they're thinking about is how much they hate work. It's created stress for them. They're frustrated. They come home from work very unhappy, and that makes them want to work less hard. And it's pretty relatable too. I mean, who can be motivated if you don't like what you do? And the opposite is also true. Like, if you're really into what you do and you feel like you're being paid fairly and you're given all the right employee benefits, then you're just going to work harder naturally.
That's not true. If you like what you do and you feel like you're getting paid fairly, you're still going to work the same amount. You don't have to work harder. Just get your job done. Now, there is a lot of people out there that do hate their job, unfortunately. But quiet quitting and hating your job is two different things. If you hate your job, you're going to have poor performance. Quiet quitting, you're going to do your job. You're going to do it well, but you're not going to do anything extra, right? You're not actually quitting your job. You're not going to get fired because you are performing fairly well, but you're not going to get the boot because of a lack of performance. Now, if you hate your job, then you just need to quit. There are other jobs out there that pays the same amount of money that you will find a little bit of enjoyment in, that you don't actually hate. If you hate your job, quit. Don't quiet quit. Quit and find another job, or find another job and then quit. Let me put it that way. Find another job first and then quit. I don't need you guys out there being broke.
Marissa, what are you doing? Are you applying to other jobs?
Yeah, what about it?
What about it?
Oh, hey, are you rage applying? What's that? Apparently,
Rage applying.
it's the new quiet quitting.
Oh yeah, isn't that when you apply to a gazillion other jobs because you feel undervalued, underpaid, and stressed at your current toxic one?
Period. That's exactly.
There it goes. See, this person hates their job, so they applying for another job. See, she feels like she's underpaid and undervalued. That's different than quiet quitting. That's when you do need to find another job. You do need to find another job if you feel like you're underpaid, undervalued, overworked. You need to find another job. That's not quiet quitting. That is Rage applying.
how I feel. Same, especially after Susan decided to not give me a raise. You should all be loyal to this company.
Loyal? When have a company ever been loyal to their employers? Loyal. See, that's the thing about this generation, my generation, generations to come. Loyal from a company? We don't trust y'all. We do not trust y'all at all. We do not trust y'all to have us in your best interest. No, sir. Let's keep going.
Loyal? I'll never be loyal to a company, but I will stay if you pay me a livable salary. Anyways, I'm gonna go apply.
Hey, I'll be loyal if you pay me a good salary. That's a good one. Hey, I'll be loyal. You pay me a good salary.
To jobs too. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you. Bye.
But we got tea time at 4 p.m. You have to stay until 9 p.m. to cover me today. Big deadline.
What? So you about to go play golf and you need me to cover you? That means I'm going outside. No, hold on.
Okay. Also need those reports that usually take you 2 weeks on my desk in 2 hours. Big deadline. Okay. And I'm denying your time off next Wednesday for the birth of your son. We've got a big deadline. Okay. What's going on? I am giving you all this extra work. I'm denying your time off and you're just okay with it. Don't tell me you're quiet quitting, all right, kid? Because back in my day, not quiet quitting, I'm just rage applying. Excuse me? Rage applying. In the last 2 weeks, I've applied to over 20 different jobs. I've gotten 10 interviews, and right now I have 2 offers in hand that are going to give me a 25% pay bump, a better title, better work-life balance, and not to mention my new manager.
They got a word, better work-life balance, 25% pay increase. Go ahead, boss. Keep on doing what you want to do. I ain't quiet quitting. I'm rage applying. And he about to get a promotion and a better title and that work-life balance. That means he about to get a management position. I love it.
Is going to actually respect me as a human. Wait, so that means you're just quitting. All thanks to rage applying. Which, folks, is just the concept that you're fed up with your boss and you're sending out a bunch of applications to get a new job and to move on to the next one. Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you ever considering rage applying?
Guys, let me know down in the comment section below. Have you ever considered rage applying? Let me know down in the comment section. Or if you ever quiet quit, are you quiet quitting right now? Have you ever quiet quit? Let me know down in the comment section.
When an employee only does what's required, it's called quiet quitting. No, it's called doing your job.
Yeah. It's called doing your job.
If I'm supposed to go above and beyond, then so should my pay. Don't expect something for nothing, right? Or does that only apply to poor people?
Yeah, my employees show up every day, but they don't dress up like Santa Claus and bring me toys, so they're lazy.
You're lucky that an employee does their job. I've done so little at work before that it wasn't even quietly quitting. It was technically robbing.
Oh, dude, listen. He said, I've done so little at work before. It wasn't quiet quitting. It was literally robbing. I know people like that. I've worked with people. I was like, bro, how do you still have a job? How have they not caught you? And if they have caught you, how do you still have a job? You literally talk all day at work, get nothing done, but you a people person. So you slick, boy. You slick, boy. You slick. I know some people like that literally do nothing, absolutely nothing at work and still have a job. So quiet quitters, don't hate them. They doing their job. They working. They just ain't gonna do nothing outside of what is in the parameters of their job. They not gonna do no extra time, no overtime, come in early. Don't call them after hours, but they're doing their job. So you can't hate them. Now the people out there that's robbing, coming into work, not doing nothing at all, just waiting to quit, rage applying, that's different. So to me, is quiet quitting a bad thing? No, it's not a bad thing. It's actually you getting your work-life balance back. Mental health always first. Make sure that you're mentally stable before you go into work. When you get off of work, if work is driving you crazy, it might be time for you to find another job. Let me know down in the comment section below. Have work ever drove you crazy to where you literally just had to say, hey, I'm cool. I quit. This is pushing me to the edge. Have you ever had a boss that just kept calling, hey, man, I know it's your day off. I need you to come in. Hey, man, I need you to stay extra 2 hours today. Have you ever had a boss like that? Let me know down in the comment section. Can't wait to read you guys' comments. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit that thumbs up button. That literally helps out this channel than you guys can possibly even imagine. If you guys do want to learn more about investing, go follow my main channel, The Dream Green Show, over there. I talk about investing into stocks all the time over there. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and follow me on The Dream Green Show. But other than that, guys, I'm Zeke, bringing you the Dream Green Conversations, and I'm out. Peace.